In our last session, Messenger came to a disastrous diplomacy encounter with the strange creature that they now called Kai. Enraged that they are leaving, screamed, and this appeared to have a psychic effect on the members of the Messenger, influencing most of them to see their own mothers in some form or another. This technique was more effective on some than others, and the group found themselves fighting a battle against their own crew members to stop them from destroying the generator and thus the shield protecting the ship itself, while Kavros and Stravas immediately set off for the disembarkation. Escaped by a hair's teeth with the generator teetering on the brink of destruction. But this was by no means an easy escape. As they left through the portal, they could find, the messenger ended up popping into the planar space known as Sigil, the City of Doors, also known as the center of the multiverse, if one were to believe that. The ship materialized in thin air, far above the grounds and the city itself. The second disaster struck, where Slave Master Kavros discovered that Grandmaster Stravas was missing from the engine, nowhere to be seen at all. Station passed, gravity took over, or what gravity counted for in such a strange place, and the crew were told to brace themselves as the descent was rocky and involved destruction of architecture on the way down, Kavros steering as best as he could. The crew members were ordered each to get to the life rafts, supposedly protected by powerful enchantments, barely sufficient when it came to a collision with a shop known for selling magical items. When the group recovered, they found themselves separated from the rest of the crew and the ship. All that they knew was that Alara, Adam, and Elenia seemed to be, for the moment, the only survivors of the ship. They were met by Verity, both Harmonium officials in their own right. However, it was unsure as to what might become of them for the moment, as their two guides immediately start laying down the rules and regulations of Sigil while bringing them through the hive itself. Verity and Hayes have their own investigation to contend with, although that might be of a lower priority now after the crashes and explosions. Newcomers. What might come now of this arc meets Sigil, especially with Kavros' dire warning not to reveal their plane of origin and Samia's urgent at the last minutes of the descent? We shall see. Music. Now that you all have gotten past the initial concerns for survival, circumstances and environments begin to make their presence more felt as the adrenaline dies down and reality seeps in. You are in the hive, the most wretched and destitute section of Sigil, which perhaps makes it the most squalid place in the multiverse that dares to deem itself part of civilization. The ever-present stink is not one of industry, but one that goes beyond poor hygiene. Decay, rot, not clean so much as redistribute the filth in long overflowing gutters and lakes of sewage. Whoever planned this ward didn't know the definition of a straight line either, as the streets wind in every direction. Some end abruptly in blind alleys, others circle back on themselves like snakes, swallowing their own tails. Others emerge from the carcasses of old ones, giving a typical building the appearance of a stack of boxes about to collapse. As the zombies continue their work around the gathering dust bar, Lenia gives the area around her a once over and turns to haze. She does. All right. So now that the stuffy southerner and the eastling are out of the way, I'd like to ask you some questions. Actually, Adam, maybe you want to go first?
Haze turns
No.
to the both of them.
Go ahead. Ladies first.
Adam?
Yes.
No time for manners. Do you want to ask anything?
Well, sure. Where are we? Hayes?
We are in Sigil, the city of doors.
Okay. Um how does one get out of the city of doors?
Through one of the portals, of which there are many.
All right. Okay. So, assuming that you guys are the policemen here, and assuming that the rest of our friends have met people like you, where would they most likely congregate?
Likely in the nearest office
Right. Okay.
to
Fe-
their arrival.
Fira raises eyebrows.
That was less than helpful. Okay, what exactly is Sigil? I've heard Sigil being mentioned, but it's just a name to me.
As far as this one knows, Sigil is the center of the multiverse. From here, one can access any plane if one has the means.
Okay, but
Scribble,
wait,
scribble,
I'd like to
scribble.
know what we are dealing with, rather than waiting and watching to find out too late. So, are you saying we should be waiting and expecting for anything?
From Hayes's experience, what will happen like after these guys are processed?
To be less concerned about the processing, but as to what she has to be wary of with regards to Sigil.
Oh, okay.
You can see she has the demeanor of a huntress, and she's already looking around for danger, scanning the rooftops
Okay.
above the rooftops, and so on and so forth.
I will give her a brief description of the various groups to look out for, like the Doom Guards and the Fated and random pickpockets, etc. And I shall also mention that it is illegal to attack people, generally speaking, unless in self-defense. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, Adam, did you get all of that?
I I tap my book. Yep. All written down.
Would this stuff be in like the pamphlets that Verity handed out?
All the factions, brief description. Also Lady of Pain.
Well, I'm not sure how
Yeah.
much of it Hayes has read because most newcomers tend to get lost by around the 5th paragraph or so.
Yes. This is probably just what Hayes remembers.
Elenia says, "It's one very big family. Sounds
One
almost
can
like
say
home."
that.
Okay, next question. How much trouble are we in?
They're not in any trouble, are they?
Not at the moment, for you at least. You don't know.
A
This
badass.
one does not believe that you in particular are in any trouble.
Well, not to be ungrateful, but where we come from, I'd be expecting aiming and shooting at us for now for, well, trespassing. Is that the right word?
That
It is not uncommon for those such as yourself to end up lost here.
Okay, that's a new thing. I take it you haven't seen any of the others?
This one has been with you the whole time.
Oh,
well, we're just gonna have to look for them ourselves.
she looks at Adam. Okay, Adam, any ideas?
Well, we can't do any of our regular hit and run tactics. It's illegal here. So I think the smart thing to do would be to just sit tight and see if we can slip off at some point.
Fira looks at you. Adam,
Slip
do you
off
just
to
say
where?
that out loud?
I whisper it to her. I would not say that out loud.
Make a check.
Haze is very
I don't think
perceptive.
I don't think I'm stupid enough to say that out loud.
Hayes can see you, he knows what you're saying.
Make a stealth check.
Aha.
No, like, can I see you when you're talking?
I mean, I would do the whole mouth cup whisper in the ear thing, you know what I mean?
Ah, okay. Go for it
Yeah.
then.
Because
Roll your thing. You're dealing with an observant
16?
boy. Nah. This one
Your pet-
advises against slipping off.
Oof. Think he has
Adam, I meant
ears.
more like any ideas as to find the others?
Well, I think they're gonna be brought to the place that we're gonna be brought, and if they're not, I could try to weak.
Well, so much for planning.
Right?
She
It's
looks
a-
around and you see more zombies pulling in supply carts to the back of the establishment, and some re-emerge with
What's in the
shroud-wrapped
supply
bodies.
carts?
The supply carts, they come in with beverages, you know, or like and such for the establishment. Nothing out of the ordinary. But because the trip is not wasted, with shroud-wrapped bodies that have been gathered there and to be sent to the mortuary for processing. The mortuary is H12 on the map.
H12.
Like the main
Ah, there,
faction
with the
buildings have a
flag.
flag on them, I noticed.
Ah, I see, I
Right.
see. Cool.
And then the dustmen watch over them as they are doing this. Perception check.
Sorry?
Actually, sorry.
You roll
Haze
perception.
mimic a perception check. Haze only.
There you go.
Did not roll high.
Okay, what's your passive?
22.
Okay. In that case, time looking at the buildings, but the rest of the corners of your eye are good enough to catch that bodies are wrapped in shrouds, taken out, more bodies. And one of the bodies is not so well wrapped. A corpse that does not have eyes. But it does not seem to be one of the three that you brought in today, but it's loaded onto a cart by zombies.
Okay. So from what I know, can one speak to these zombies?
They're dustmen looking over them. The zombies generally, unless you have a gift of tongues, you can't really communicate with them.
Okay, cool. No, important thing is to watch these two. I will stay watching these two. Let Verity know later. Yes,
Man
yes.
says things to the zombies, and then the shroud is wrapped over it properly. This time he makes sure it's done, and then the body is sent off. Cut. And also, you notice one of the zombies working around has a rat catcher quite tattered.
Oh, okay. Does he look familiar?
No, this one does not.
Oh, okay. So it's not the guy that was crushed under the rocks, right?
No, it's not.
Okay.
You think the way that one was crushed, it probably wouldn't be walking around so easily.
I see. Looking at this rat catcher guy, how fresh does he look?
Let me think.
I think coming from you, that has like a double meaning.
Medicine?
No, it is illegal to eat sentient creatures.
Medicine check, because you're not close enough to apply your senses to it.
Oh,
Can't tell. You all tickled long enough.
okay. Can I tell from the state of the clothes whether or not it was killed violently?
Unfortunately, this is the hive, so most people's clothes are not in a very good shape.
Oh, okay. So it's just
well.
normal for everyone to be wearing shitty
Tattered
stuff.
stuff, yeah, pretty much. Okay,
All
the
right.
catcher zombie moves off as well.
So these guys are all heading to the mortuary.
Yeah,
Okay.
standard procedure. Sound of a commotion coming up the street to where you all are.
I
He's
look in that
standing
general
on
direction.
You all are currently standing on Gramercy Street near H10,
Yeah.
near the place known as the Ditch. And let's describe the ditch a bit. The ditch is pretty much the only natural waterway in a Sigil. Poor ghettos lining its banks, and it's not a river so much as like a channel of filth and sludge miles in length
Hmm.
from this distance, and the sloshing can be heard as well. Right
I
between the
see.
lower ward and the high, that's not particularly pleasant. And it is said that if you dump corpses into the ditch, they are forever gone, dissolved. And
Okay.
coming across the bridge, there's a commotion as a wild-eyed man comes running, pursued by 3 angry fellas throwing stones at him. The wild-eyed man is bleeding from the forehead and arms, insistent on stroking and crooning to a strange critter in its arms.
Can I see this?
Yeah, all 3 of you can see this. Okay, for Hayes, perhaps you may have recalled some of Verity's lessons, but the wild-eyed man has a typical look. Your chaotic set. Let me put the word down.
Chaoticet.
It is one of the factions in Sigil
Okay.
who believe that the multiverse is fundamentally chaos itself. Actual state that any order simply crumbles apart the moment you take off control. He's running and hooting towards your direction, and the three hive dwellers are running behind, throwing stones at him.
Okay.
Okay. So
And you can make out the words.
looking at this from the harmonium
Pleasant
perspective.
peasant, grow. Rage mage, red dread, give lift. You dig?
Sorry, what was that? Oh, okay.
We can make out the.
You can make out whatever is the chaotician is chanting. Strange little creature cradled in its and behind the 3 angry people are shouting, "Get them! It ruined my garden. I'll turn it into soup. It bit my laundry. Ate my pie, my lunch break."
Oh no, it ate his pie.
Um,
Okay, So, from looking at a law enforcement's perspective, are
Yes.
these three in the wrong because they are committing assault?
Or rather chaos man, which is an easier term to
Yeah.
call it,
Mm-hmm.
as like the lowest of the lows as citizens can go.
I see. Okay.
Like, well, hive people aren't exactly protected under the law too, because it's all like shanties and all that, and patrolling is pointless, and census takers don't bother coming here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of
Um,
like ghetto people versus people that no one really likes. As chaoticians, they're
I see.
typically on odds with the law. Well, chasing after with rocks, you can see them start to hesitate as they get nearer when they see the scaly form of haze there. But the chaotician, Wild Eye, doesn't seem intimidated and continues running closer. Free,
Okay.
free! Bite, fight! Build, guild! C3, bright light! Shield, field, you dig!
what?
That's what the Chaos Boy is saying, right?
Yeah, that's what he's saying to us. What the
Inya is
fuck?
looking left and right. It's like, is this an everyday thing?
Okay. Is this fairly normal
I
as far as I'm
suppose so.
as far as I'm concerned?
Chaoticians are chaotic, so even one that you saw today might be active tomorrow.
All
Oh,
right.
And
I'm just
high
gonna
people
try
just
to
don't like
catch.
them either.
Okay. So how far is this guy from me right now? The running
30
boy.
feet away, and the others are 60 feet away.
Okay. I will attempt to snare him with a shadow snare.
ooh. Can I also do something, Mr. DM?
You
Go
can do
ahead.
something first if you like.
I'd like to shoot a firebolt at the ground right in between the chaotician and the hive members, hive citizens,
Okay. So
because there's 30
if he
feet
does
apart,
that,
right? So somewhere in the middle.
I take back my action and
Okay.
instead
Adam,
glare at.
cast out a bolt of fire between the two.
Yep. Because there's 30 feet in
And
between them, right? I don't think
immediately
I'll
the three
accidentally
hive
hit.
pursuers like stop in their tracks. Alright. In the hive for any amount of time, learns to respect when the mage is giving a warning to them. Like, oi, what is this? He stole something, oi. And the chaotician is still running towards you. Away, Hayes has glared at Adam.
And then he'll use his shadow snare. Yay, shadow snare.
Okay,
Shadow
so
snare.
as a reminder of what that does again.
Deck save or be grappled and restrained. DC 15.
Okay.
Can either use athletics
Oh wow,
or
he
acrobatics.
managed to pass.
Oh, he jumped out of the snare.
Hayes, you dig your claws into the shadows, and shadows emerge beneath his feet, attempting to snare and grab at his legs. And you can see the hive dwellers take like 3 steps back now, and you hear them muttering. It's like shadow feet. But
I can
they
see
take
them
steps
muttering.
back, and the chaotician just barrels straight on towards Adam, where he stuffs this strange blue thing straight into Adam's arms.
Okay.
Make, run, son, downtown. Feast, priest. You dig? He grabs Adam's shirt for emphasis as like the blue thing is thrust into your arms. He goes,
I dig.
he digs. And then this chaotician runs past you, jumps into the ditch.
Holy shit! What?
Does he die? Can I try to stop him
What
if
the
I see him
fuck?
approaching the ditch?
You may.
Okay, I'll attempt to grapple him with like a traditional grapple check.
Okay.
Whoa.
Wow.
Oh,
Uh,
he's
the
too
forces of chaos are
good.
strong with this one, as he just seems to twist and contort, laughing all the way in his strange nonsensical rhymes as he dives into the ditch and then starts doing somebody's strangest rendition of swimming strokes along the way.
Okay, I return to the inn.
Three hives-men take a look and you see them spitting off the bridge into the ditch itself. Walks aside and return home. Fucking barmies. Had enough.
Yes.
And Ilenia, you see she has taken out her bow and notched an arrow, but now she just seems to be at a loss as to where to.
We will not see that one again. Mo. How does it seem? Like, what is its state?
Is it edible for haze?
It smells afraid. Well, it seems to be demonstrating the typical fear qualities of prey, and it's huddled into Adam's. Well, is Adam holding it or is it Adam dropping it?
Holding it.
You're holding it. It's slightly cool to the touch. It's some kind of a wrap thing that you're not sure. It goes. "Meow."
What are the laws regarding this creature? Is it endangered?
Hayes, you have no idea what the hell this is.
Ah, I see.
Decided to start pretending to be a lizard as far as you're concerned. Okay, I would say it's during this commotion that Verity, Alara, and Rose are alerted to the commotion outside. So you hear shouting, angry shouting, and then like the sound of a spell fired off, and then people retracting and like curses and some nonsensical words.
And some water splashing.
The water splashing you don't hear because there's not a lot. Like if they jumped in, you wouldn't hear a splash. You'd hear like a bloop, and that's about it.
Well, I think this one is after we have done talking to Moshai,
Yes.
right? So we walk out and everything happens, or can we see what's happening? Or we
You
just
see
came
like
out?
what?
You
Yeah,
walk
you
out
see
just
the
in time
end
to see
result.
the chaos man like taking a jump off into the ditch, and then the people giving up and going home.
Oh.
And you see Adam is holding a strange blue fish reptile creature. Ilenia has a bow notch, but is just looking utterly flabbergasted at the moment.
Can Verity like see if he knows what kind of creature this is? Like, has he seen this before?
Okay, for this, I would say it is a nature check.
Okay.
Roll to holding it.
17.
Oh,
I mean, together 20, right?
Okay, thing this looks like some kind of a more some kind of a older sort of creature. It's hard to tell. Like it seems like a cross between a lizard and a fish. So maybe it was some confused wizard's experiment or some escaped hybrid chemist thing or some animal that wandered into. Like this is sigil. It might have came in from some or somebody trying to breed something weird.
Okay, so this is not like a known species.
No.
It's just some weird thing.
Besides, like this is the hive. You're more impressed that somebody didn't drop into a soup pot by now.
Yeah, I'm quite. Okay.
Hayes
Verity.
will attempt to take it from Adam. Like pick up and look at it. Look at its face.
Can I look at it first?
Yeah, of course. Look at it first.
You look at it first.
All right.
Adam-
Can I don't know, put my snout on the thing's snout and look at it?
A little tongue comes out and licks you on the edge of it.
You get
That's
licked
not.
in the face in the mouth again.
Yep, that's not the first time that's happened. That I, I presented to Hayes, who was keen on inspecting it.
Okay. Um, do I sense anything from it besides it being a small animal?
Sense using what?
Um,
Smell.
I
Okay.
shall attempt to. Like, it's just afraid, right? And I don't recognize its appearance at all.
Hayes, in your opinion, if something was dropped into if this thing was dropped into your whole world of Umbra, you would estimate its survival time with the digits on your fingers.
Ah. Um, Hayes looks at Verity.
Mm-hmm.
What does Verity say?
Oh, and Brady came inside and was like,
Oh, what do we have here? How do you get here?
Hayes recounts the past events.
Oh, this is indeed a strange creature.
and then Verity takes a look. Can
Yeah,
Verity
I'll
try
pass
to?
it to Verity so you can
Yeah.
like hold it and stuff. And then Hayes will pull out his checklist of sentient creatures.
Can you eat?
Exactly. Can you eat it?
Okay. Verity will. Let me see.
Hayes, according to your checklist, well, this thing went. "Ah." You're not sure whether it's trying to form a word or whether it's just making some dumb animal noise and all that. It's a bit on the fence.
Hmm. Sounds like dumb animal noise. But we'll see what Verity decides.
Yep. Verity looks at the thing, and then like tries to speak to it, like,
Oh, hello there. Do you have a name?
and then Verity like pats the head a little bit.
Hey, if I have speak with animals, which I don't, well, I have to prepare it. Does this happen often?
You
Out of
pat it on its
character?
head, like it blinks a little bit, and then like the little tongue comes out briefly again.
Blank.
When he looks at it,
All right. So its name is Ma. So
Wow.
Can Rose try speaking to it? No. No, I don't
I
think Sylvan
guess
will
it's
work.
another lost creature. Might have to release it somewhere safe.
The guy told
Hayes
me to
licks his
bring it
lips.
downtown. Does that ring any bells?
Well, downtown could mean a lot of things. Maybe it's lower ward, but
Just checking. Checking, yeah. That guy is dead, right? And I point to the ditch he jumped in.
Hayes
Well, you don't
nods.
see him now. You
oh,
never
he was
know.
swimming.
These chaoticians are like cockroaches as far as the hive is concerned. So they have a weird habit of surviving despite the suicidal tendencies or what they think is suicidal.
Okay.
Because they are like
Can-
cockroaches.
I
DM Rose has primeval awareness that allows her to communicate with beasts simple ideas. Can she sort of like gestures to it? Is it considered a beast?
Could you paste the primeval awareness thingy?
Okay.
evil aware.
Sorry, is it? I'm looking at it in my book. Hang on.
Okay, I'll try and look at it in the book as well. Because I just know that thing has too much bloody text. And we're using the UA version, right?
Yeah.
Portal.
Oh yeah, the UA version has a bit more stuff. Like you can do more things with it.
Okay, primeval awareness. Communicate with beasts. Well, you can definitely try to communicate with this thing.
Can I sort of like gesture to it and ask it like where did it come from?
Okay, So you cannot to it like a person, but you can let's see, you can communicate simple basic mood and intent. It seems a bit frightened, and it seems like intent on clinging on whatever first. Uh, it doesn't seem to be affected by magic. Short-term needs is basically safety. It doesn't seem like it's going to attack, and you're not sure if it can attack. You can communicate a simple idea, but not words to it.
Okay. I want to try and figure out where they came from.
Communicate the idea of home.
Yeah, or like, where is home? Like, where does it want to go?
Okay, Rose, you use your gestures to try and communicate home to it. It doesn't with a lot of flustered and frightenedness.
Okay, I'll try to pet it in whatever way I feel is okay with it, and I'll probably try again later.
Okay,
Hope that
it seems
doesn't
to
work.
like being scratched along the neck.
Okay, I'll do that a few more times.
Okay, and then Verity still holds this thing. And then Verity says,
It seems the investigation will take a little longer, but
Ooh. At this point, Hayes will say that there was a corpse with no eyes being shipped to the mortuary, not one of the ones that we found.
without eyes as well.
Yes.
Is there more cases? I think this is getting. We need to investigate this more. We don't want it to spread to too many people.
Should we
Okay,
not get these lost ones to get processed first?
By then, I think more people would have died this way. I think it's paramount that we find the killer as soon as possible.
These
Alara?
lost people think.
Alara?
Lara is currently very confused by what's going on. So
Okay.
she's gonna keep quiet.
Ilinia sidles over to you. Okay. So you're from down south. Is that a fish?
Have I seen it before? Is this something completely new to me?
It is. It looks vaguely fishy. It looks new to you otherwise.
Honestly, it looks like a tiny version of that big one.
And what would a big one be?
Because Hayes is a bigger lizard.
Oh,
Will you allow me, because I did not prep my full amount of spells, will you allow me to have speak with animals prepped?
a moment.
What?
You can't change your spells right now.
Okay.
Yeah. But, like, presumably you weren't expecting fauna of this variety
No.
either. But Ilinia does like seem to be making visual comparison between the two now that you mention it.
I go to Verity and I go, have you seen this animal before?
I have not, but it's not uncommon for strange creatures to come through portals or some failed experiments or some sort.
Failed experiments. Perhaps something from the portal? Adam, can you tell me if what happened?
So, crazy person walked up to me and he was like, "Take make, run, son, downtown, priest feast, tower power. You dig?" I said, "I dig," and then he gave me that.
Ilinia nods solemnly. He's very good at remembering.
I can see that. Can either one of you make out any of this? It sounds like jazz to me.
Well, the chaos, man. We never know what they really think. This could be a dangerous creature, or it could be not. So we really need to.
Well,
We
you
have
could
to.
leave it with me or Fira. We're pretty good with animals.
I would not leave creatures
there-
that is not known to be safe with outsiders or
Yeah.
clueless.
Is there like a standard thing that we do to random animals that
Yeah.
appear?
In Sigil, well, let's see. I think on the map there are some places that have exotic pets or such. Like
So we
cynical.
bring it there.
H4 is the Office of Vermin and Disease Control. If you're cynical.
Mm-hmm.
Alternately, there are places like such as the marketplace and such areas that sell exotic creatures and locales and
Oh.
goods where you might try and see if you can get something better off. But most Harmonium people aren't very bothered with animals. It's just like a curiosity. They just like pawn it off or something.
But Verity is a nice person.
Okay. Hayes will look at Verity and give him the "Can I please eat it" eyes.
I can't.
She called
Verity
it.
looks at the creature and Verity looks at Hayes. This definitely looks like a non-sentient creature. Or
Hayes
not.
nods excitedly.
Verity says,
Well, I have to confirm it's not sentient and something after some investigation. I think the Fraternity of Order might have someone who knows more about these creatures.
do they? I think so, right? Arcane and stuff.
Of Order have like the most extensive texts and all that. Like it may take a bit of time for them to check through, or you can like the people who know most are like the purveyors of exotic goods.
Okay, where is that one?
You can
Purveyor of
try the
exotic
Market
goods.
Ward, Great Bazaar, and such places.
Okay, so like those people might know
But,
more
yeah.
about this kind of things. But that's quite a long walk from here, though.
The ladies' ward also some people deal with exotic stuff, and the possibly the
New Market?
clerk's ward
No.
as well. The ward, like
Yeah, I know,
don't
but
have-
it's New Market. Maybe. Does Verity
the
know
Great
any?
Bazaar.
Okay, so Verity, the Great Bazaar is the first choice to go for this kind of weird creature.
Well, you're not sure how accurate information may be, but there certainly should be no shortage of people trying to convince you of selling things and such.
How about we ask your little friends, Trinket, was it?
Would she know?
Yeah, I
she
think
could know.
yes, but I think
If
we need
anything.
to-
No, I think.
Don't-
Okay. Once again, Hayes asks whether we should hurry up and bring them to the processing office so that we can continue about.
Yeah,
that.
like
I
Verity's going to
agree.
say,
No, I think we need to as soon as possible because
Okay.
I don't want any more people die because
As
of the processing.
as this conversation is going on, can insight check.
Who?
who?
Everyone may make an insight check.
Who? Make a
Oh,
what check?
insight.
Insight.
Everyone,
Please
everyone.
No zero.
Yes.
Please no zero. Please
Well,
no zero. Please no zero.
Alara and
Yes.
Verity and Hayes have advantage on this.
Okay, that's a 20. Hayes is like a nat 20.
Verity's
It's okay.
Verity's
Got you
advantage
covered.
doesn't help.
No zero, but it's a 1 or 9. Oh, you got the
Um,
1 this time. You got the 0 this time.
I got
Okay.
average. I got
This
double.
is what you. Well, actually, everyone
Minus
sees
one
this,
wisdom
but only
equal one.
Hayes picks up on this. One of the zombies around the gathering dust bar in its delivery tracks and has been watching. It's easy to assume that this was just one of those zombie blank moods where it requires new instructions and all that. Is you notice that as soon as you notice its scrutiny, it picks up the card and continues moving again. It was
From what
it
I
was
know,
stopped there watching for a while.
are zombies capable of like listening and reporting back?
Well, you know they can listen because the necromancers can give instructions, but they're typically like things.
Wait, what?
Yes.
This one
Okay.
seemed like he had been listening for a while.
Hayes would like to go up to it. Does it walk faster? It shall approach menacingly.
Ace approaches the zombie menacingly. Do you say anything to your fellows?
No. He just like
Wait, a
sniffs
20,
and
a
then
20.
glare.
I don't realize this with a 20.
Oh wait, sorry, Alara had advanced. Yes, Alara, you notice as well, like few zombies sometimes in your world as well back in Ark. Like zombies typically are like you give them an order and they carry it out non-stop to the best of their ability. And if there's a door in the way, they keep walking to the door, kind of thing.
So this is
This
weird.
one had this one you noticed it stopped its work, like watching you all, and then as soon as like Hayes turns at it, it sort of picks up the cart and goes along.
I look at Verity and I go, "So, undead over there.
Undead?
It's
Yes.
quite
You all see
Meanwhile,
intelligent.
Hayes
Hayes
has
is
walked
starting to
off.
move towards the zombie.
It's
Oh,
quite
what did
intelligent,
you
yeah.
see? Oh,
This one. And then Hayes will grab onto the zombie's shoulder or arm or something. What does it respond?
Zombie stops in its tracks when you grab it, and then more other dustmen, like sort of who were watching from the doorway at the commotion, they sort of come out. So, ammonium officers, is something wrong?
This one was listening to us. And then he glares at the
Listening? Are you certain?
Hayes sniffs and then he says, yes.
Could you let him go for a moment? Mochai steps forward.
Hayes lets the zombie go.
Okay, what are the rest of you doing in the meantime?
I am.
Like, she's put her bow back and is shaking her head.
Well, Verity is still holding that creature, so Verity is going to see what Mosha is going to do.
Yeah, so
Rose
am I.
will prepare for in case a fight breaks out.
What are you
Hayes will
preparing?
ask if this one is one of yours to the guy.
Okay, this is what Mortai does. He gets forward. He holds the ghoul on the shoulder and like twists the shoulder around to take a look.
Mm-hmm.
And you see his expression change. Where is your tattoo? Initiative, everyone.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
oh.
It was a spy.
Initiative 4. Wait,
Oh,
we
Bear
don't
and
have
Hayes
an
have the same
initiative
initiatives.
table.
Yeah. Oh, I have to click. Wait, do we have a change of map?
9. Oh, we
No,
have
we
I don't know
don't.
where should I put a token?
I would say don't bother with the token right now. I can move the map to this thing, but it's like horribly low resolution.
Yeah, sure.
It's just
We
to see
put
the
our
turn
token
order.
down there. Yeah.
Yeah, because we need to drop a token to get on the list.
Yep.
Okay.
Why is Hayes so big?
Wow.
Hayes, you can add
Hayes
your
is
stuff.
large.
Okay, so mine was
Damn it.
13.
What was my first roll? 9.
9.
So Adam, what is Adam's initiative? 17. Okay. Oh, I can't
Rose is
see you
9.
guys' name.
Faster.
I can't see Era's and I can't see you guys' name.
Okay.
I see mine. I see mine.
Adam is 17.
I can't edit
Hayes
my
is
thing.
9. Hayes is 9.
Hayes is 19, right?
There.
Right.
Oh,
No,
Just
it's 9.
9.
It's 9.
it's 9. Okay.
That was my second roll.
Okay, so Adam is first.
For
You
some
sound
reason.
disappointed.
Would you like to resize our lizard friend?
This map is not really for combat.
Yeah, it's
so
just
it's
there.
just for reference thing. Okay.
He's dead.
Adam, what do you wish to do?
All right. I would like to cast mold earth underneath where that zombie is standing. And I want to make the earth underneath him rough terrain.
How large is the area that you can affect?
It should be a 5-foot square, but let me
Yep,
just
yep.
check.
It's a
to see if
5
I
foot.
can
It's a 5
something where someone is standing.
Does that just make it so that if he wants to move off this square, he needs to use 10 feet of movement instead of 5, and then after that
Yeah.
it's normal?
Okay, it's
Yep,
difficult.
pretty
to,
much.
so he needs to make. Yeah, that's all.
Doesn't sound
Pretty
very
much.
useful.
Well, I don't want to hurt somebody that I don't know who it is yet. So I'm just like, oh, hey, commotion. Let me be useful and not be useful at the same time.
Does
Fair
Moshai have
enough.
his own
Verity
initiative?
is 9. Oh, sorry. Verity is also 9.
No, Verity is 13.
Okay, then because I saw the 9 there, I was confused.
Oh, it's 13.
Okay, Verity,
because
your go.
What is Moshai doing? Is Moshai in the initiative?
I'll just say he's at the end of it.
Okay.
Channel
Like,
some
it's pretty
divinity and
competent.
see if that thing runs away or not. Because it might not be undead.
It's a divine sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Verity will
what
use
it
his
is.
action to use divine sense.
Okay. What can you read out divine sense to me again?
Until the next turn, you know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of you that's not behind total cover. You know the type, which is celestial, fiend, of undead, of any being whose presence you sense, but not its identity. So,
Okay, so
within
celestial, fiend, and undead.
Yeah.
Okay. The zombie. Well, it's an undead, but it's a ghoul, not a zombie.
Whoa.
And also, what it looks like. Also, well, the other zombies are normal zombies. The dustmen are just normal people.
Mhm.
Thing you're holding, the blue little thing,
Yeah.
it registers as all of those types.
Aw. So dead?
Yes.
What the?
Exotic meat.
Very exotic. Okay.
The fuck?
Yeah, let me.
Are you done?
He looks cute.
Yeah, I think that's my entire action.
You can move
Say anything,
towards it,
Verity?
Yeah, I'll move towards the zombie.
Okay.
and you can draw your sword, perhaps.
I am holding the thing.
Oh yeah,
He's
you're holding
holding
the,
the-
you're
I'm
holding the
holding the
animal. Okay.
thing.
Okay, maybe you shouldn't approach it then. If
Okay.
you're holding the animal. I don't know,
I'm
up
not
to you.
Wait, can I don't have enough action to pass the creature to another person, right? Because I use a divine sense. Can I use free action to pass that creature to another person?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, pass it to Alara.
Yeah.
What?
Verity passes the creature to Alara.
Alara's
he says,
like,
Alright,
"Go."
you're not
Um,
holding
But
it.
I'm right here.
Yes.
I'm useless.
because Alara
Use
is
me.
right it's right
Okay.
next to Verity.
Yeah.
Anyway, Verity says,
Please. I have to look into this.
what's
Okay.
the zombie? Not right
I
next
have
to
to
the
look
eye.
into this.
And that's
Music
my
time.
The hunt begins.
What's this?
Nano.
Okay. Immediately takes off at a run.
Can I AOP it?
Yes, you may.
Can I
wish
AoE it as well?
to-
Because I ran towards it.
Okay, but what are you
I
wearing?
wish
at
to
home?
grapple
What are you
it.
wielding right now? You can't grapple as a reaction.
Darn it.
Yeah, I
don't
can't
think you
use
can
my free
grapple as
action
a
to draw.
reaction though.
Oh, I can't grapple as a reaction?
You need to be
Oh, okay.
making the attack when you're doing it.
So I just punch it, is it?
Okay, sure.
Oh yeah, I can do it on arm strength as well, I guess. Or my shield, actually. Improvised weapon.
Bah.
16.
Okay. 16.
Does that hit?
Strike out
If
with
it-
your claws, and for some strange reason, this creature seems to be more evasive when it's moving. It you strike out at
What?
it.
Whoa,
16
it
doesn't
dodged
hit.
my attack. Oops,
It
I clicked it
doesn't.
anyway. My bad.
Okay. Verity.
Can I just use my shield to improvise weapon attack it, bash it a bit?
Sure.
Okay.
That's
Doesn't hit.
not going to hit.
Yeah.
Verity, you strike out with your shield like it ducks under where Hazel's fist struck out.
Yep.
And it's tearing off down the street. Moshai is shouting after it, "Stand down!"
But it doesn't
Does
listen,
it
right?
listen?
Doesn't listen. It's a reward if you can bring that thing back, whatever it is. It's not one
Okay,
of
how
ours.
far?
Initiative. It runs 80 feet.
Holy shit!
total.
What the?
I can get there. Okay,
The f-
I'm gonna dash and chase it.
It's running down the and all that. It's running along the ditch, because you see people out and looking, but no one's obstructing anything yet. Rose, what are you doing? Rosa's turn first.
Rose is going to shoot it a firebolt because she's gonna shoot it with a firebolt. Wait, is considered a humanoid?
Dead.
Oh wait,
Undead.
I have one more question before that. Because Ilenia is not yet dead, I can't move my hunter's mark, right?
Huh? I'll let you move it.
Okay, so I'll move my hunter's mark to that zombie thing.
Okay.
Wait, what?
No, because I hunter's
Oh,
mark
Yeah.
Ilenia.
No.
Roll to hit.
Okay, alright, hang on.
Oh!
So crit.
Oh, critical hit.
Wow.
Good damage.
Wow.
Wow,
No.
what?
Whoa!
Plus
28.
Not bad.
plus
No,
plus 1d6.
no, sorry, only the first one counts. It's not. Oh yeah, it's double. Okay.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Nice!
Wait, why does Rose have firebolt?
Because she's a fire genasi.
Oh, did they get firebolt?
Doubled
They
as
get
well.
I think she
Firebolt.
Cut
switched
her
it.
longbow because she's not sure if they're really fighting.
Mm.
Your hunter's mark. Roll your hunter's mark die again as well.
Yeah,
Really?
you do it twice.
Yeah.
Yep. Because you
Critical hit.
crit.
Crits.
Whoa!
Crit, girl.
Wow.
38.
I feel so
Alright.
weird with this roll.
Rolls
Power.
you've called yourself a sorcerer, but what you just did is nothing short.
Rub it in, why don't you?
It's like your flame just like burns it in the back. The entire cloak is burned off with a hiss. A long tongue stretching from its mouth as it shrieks in pain. It's still running along, but it looks very badly injured now. Haze, your go.
Alright. Let's go.
And like Sigil citizens seeing this long tongue thing running along the street, they all duck back into their houses.
Oh.
Okay, since I still have my movement, I'll run after it for about 25.
25 feet. Oh, little legs. Look at your little legs. Okay. Haze is going to burn a key point
Yep.
to 80 feet to get next to it. Then I'll go with a grapple.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
Haze,
Yes.
you grab the creature. You have one additional attack as you like latch onto it. The burning parts of it. You off with the rest of the cloak, but you cling
shall-
on.
I'll attempt to shove it prone. Oh no, he's not gonna fall over.
Oh, he
Oh, it
fell
is gonna
over.
fall over.
It's
All
crit
right,
fail.
face planted in the mud. Right, you've grabbed it and face planted into the mug, and is that the rest of your turn?
Yes.
Haze, is that your turn?
For Verity's permission before he attacks it.
Movements after
that's
that.
your
That's
turn.
your
Yeah.
turn, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the end of my turn.
Right, the hive denizens, they were running away from this undead thing, and now they see this they see Verity's shadow fiend come and like tackle this thing down to the ground. Now they're poked up and are like as if starting to raise backs. Alara, your go.
It's 80 feet away, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I make my 30 feet towards it, and then since it's within 60 feet, I try to hold person so it doesn't struggle anymore.
Hold person doesn't work on undead. Bye.
It doesn't?
Alara, you
Works
reach
on
out with your
human.
hands, calling in divine magic to freeze it. Freezes around it, but these limbs have been dead and cold for a while. They don't respond to your magic in the same way you expect them.
Is not a person.
He's an undead.
Okay, yeah, that's all I can do.
Well, I mean,
Moshai,
Itala
Moshai
knows.
motions to the other two dustmen who run inside, and he himself rings a bell. He rings a bell, and around you who are pulling carts and everything, all of them instantly drop their carts and start lurching forward towards the creature.
Huh.
They all move 40 feet, so they can get their next turn.
The creature is 80 feet away from us, is it?
Yes.
Okay. That's very far. I can't even get there in one turn.
All moves after dropping everything.
Hmm.
Okay. Next is Adam's turn.
Well,
Pyros.
I guess since I see everybody flaming him on, I will flame him on too and cast firebolt, I guess.
I'm sorry,
this has
but
disadvantage
ranged
to
attacks
hit
has
because of
disadvantage.
Oh yeah,
But
sure, no
yeah.
problem. I'm a pretty good shot. I hope.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm
No,
not a
oh
pretty
my
good shot.
god!
Okay, Adam. Right, fortunately, Haze, your AC is pretty high, right?
Yeah, my AC is pretty high.
Firebolt bounces off the floor, ricochets into Haze, and burns off his scales, and then like just fizzles off there. You see like other and going, Verity's shadow fiend is immune to fire.
Calculated.
What is the rest of your turn?
I'll move closer. No, actually, I'll stay where I am and like just see if there are any more of this kind of person who's spying on. Yeah.
Well, you can see all the zombies are responding to Moshai's orders at the moment, so it doesn't seem like there's any other strange observers, but there's definitely a lot of hive observers now.
All right. He's still within my range. Stay right.
Okay. Verity, your go.
Dash!
Okay.
Do
As I
you
do that.
call out? Do you give to attack it?
Verity will say,
Restrain, but do not kill it.
Okay.
Okay, Verity, so you dash, so your total movement is 60 feet, is it?
Yep.
You're 20, and I guess you're done.
Yep.
Its turn. From where it is on the ground, its tongue lashes around to what's your AC?
18.
Like the tongue like scrapes and fails to find any point of purchase, But you notice it did go for the wrists where normally people would be vulnerable. You are not normal people, however.
Oh.
And
Yeah,
then it
it
attempts
has
to escape.
disadvantage, right? Because it's prone. Is that a thing?
Attacking in me.
Attacking while prone.
I think it
can't quite
applies to
remember.
you though, because you're on top of it.
All right, fair enough.
Okay, and it tries to break grapple.
I shall oppose.
Oh, nice.
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 Hisses and struggles against you, and you just hold it down. Actually, Rosa, your turn.
Okay, she's gonna try.
Dash, little
she's-
Rose. Dash.
She's gonna move another 25 feet. So
You
yeah,
can
she's
get
still
you
a
can
little
get
closer.
within 5 feet of us if you dash.
For what? I'm gonna take out my longbow and shoot with the longbow now.
Okay.
Disadvantage.
Whoa,
Disadvantage.
natural
Still
20.
good.
It's still
Yeah.
good. 22.
Holy shit.
Did she just crit twice in a row and I crit fail twice in a row? Is this really happening right now?
Pretty much.
No, it's just a
Yeah.
normal hit.
Balance.
Yeah, it's disadvantage, right?
Yeah. So I think that's a 7 plus a 4. Is that how that works?
Yeah. Wait, no. I did not plan a warrior, but I will. So it's a 7 plus Hunter's Mark. Hang on.
4.
Yeah.
You do have a bonus action. Why not play no warrior?
I don't know. Can I retcon?
Let's
But
see.
no, it
Okay,
says visible target 30 feet. So
Rose,
that's
how
super
do you
far.
wish to do this?
Oh, okay, you
Oh,
can't reach it.
Headshot.
Hey, kill it. Headshot.
You didn't hear where you say restrain but do not kill it.
Oh wait, what?
Too late.
Rose, how do
Too
you wish
late.
to
No
do this?
retcon.
I'm using a ranged weapon. I can't.
You
Yeah.
can, but it's okay.
No, ranged weapon.
You do
cannot.
you. You know, you can shoot like the parts where you don't kill it.
Higher
Do
AC.
you allow it, Michael? I mean, like, yeah.
How do you want to try and knock it out then?
Shoot it in the leg. Break its
Okay,
leg.
yeah. I'll shoot it where it will bleed, but it can't do anything about it. So, if yeah, kind of like the knee.
Okay,
I'll
you
shoot it in the
shoot
knee.
Smash,
fire
smash the
an arrow with
kneecaps.
your force and hit it in the you think
The knee.
you shoot it where the kneecap should be
Yeah.
and
Took
goes
an arrow
down.
to the knee, basically.
Okay, combat is over.
Wait!
Yay.
Nice job, Rose. You basically soloed this thing
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
with Hayes' help.
Alara
Thank
is
you.
impressed.
Ara, you have a creature in your hands.
Yeah, I know.
Rose-
It's like,
Rose feels very overwhelmed right now.
Hayes will bring the body back.
Okay.
Verity says, like turns to Rosa and says,
Wow, yeah, really good.
Thank you, she says, shaking a bit.
Elenia gives Rosa a nod. Nice shot. Both of them. And she slings back her bow and looks around at the zombies, slightly disturbed, but Moshai rings the bell again to their duties. Okay. So Moshai invites you back into the gathering dust bar again, out away from prying eyes. Go outside to discourage sigil people from coming in, or like more of the hive dwellers from coming in and being troublesome.
I'm guessing we tie up the ghoul with rope and
can?
interrogate it? I don't know how this works.
we leave
Moshai,
it to
let's,
Moshai.
Yeah.
Moshai, let's bind it, but with some kind of like thin silver cords. You're not sure what they do.
Cool.
So what does he do?
And music. Moshai places the the captured ghoul on the bar
I go
and
to Morshai with the.
taps the bell on its head.
Hmm.
Who do you belong to? He questions it, and its eyes slowly open. And a voice emerges that cannot be from the creature itself. Clear tone. Well done. I see you are relentless and resourceful. So far.
What did he say? Sorry, I missed that.
Well done. I see you are relentless and resourceful. You could certainly go
He
far.
says that to who?
Created?
Please be saying that to everyone in general. I mean you no harm, any of you. I was simply curious in the new arrivals.
Okay.
Looking at each of you a bit cautiously. Would any of you like a word?
Does Verity say anything?
I'm going sort of near, but knowing
My
that the tongue lash out, can I look at it and ask, you seem particularly intent with this thing that I'm holding. Do you know what it is?
Sorry, I just missed everything. My Discord just lagged out.
Okay.
Oh,
So Alara, you said you seem particularly intent with this thing that is unfolding.
With this thing that I'm holding.
the animal,
The
The
question
animal
mark,
she's
question
holding.
mark, question mark.
the everything.
The face of the ghoul looks towards the creature. I'm more interested actually in your arrival.
At this point, Hayes will say, or will ask, "What business do you have with these lost ones?"
I'm not certain yet, but it certainly bears notice when one comes in on a strange ship and manages to hit 4 very important buildings on the way down.
Joke's on him. Little does he know it was just because bad rolls.
Okay, Verity at this point, because I don't think you guys heard me, right? I was lagging out.
Oh, I didn't
Verity
hear.
asks,
Who is this speaking here?
And now we come to questions. Let's be amicable, shall we? Sir,
what?
What?
if you will agree to leave this one be, I shall answer the answer to one question for each of you, no more, and we shall part ways.
I'm okay with that.
Because
What
Verity
do the
is
rest
quite
of you say?
concerned about you guys' safety.
Hayes will say nothing. He'll just look to Verity.
Can
Verity is
I?
quite concerned about you guys' safety, so
Yeah, can I talk to Morshai?
Morshai says, nothing.
what? He says nothing?
Morshai says, I have agreed to nothing.
Yeah, but I want to speak to Morshai in particular. This thing doesn't. I'm not interested in it.
Okay, Verity is going to look for
Are you
Moshai. What is the usually procedure for this kind of non-dustman zombies around? Do they have to clear it up because it's not dustman zombies?
Usual procedure will be to put it down.
Okay, when Rose
Verity is gonna
hears...
say,
Well, unfortunately, we'll have to put this one down.
Okay, Rose is gonna put out her hand and prepare burning hands. Do you guys want
What
to ask it
are
anything
you-
bad?
Burning hands, that seems a bit overkill, no?
I
Don't you
know.
have like
Hayes
produce
will
flame?
put his hand on Rosa's
Verity also does
spell
that.
casting hand, just like, no,
Yeah,
you don't
Verity
need to
is-
do this. Just
Yeah,
push
it's
them down a little bit.
Alara's like really okay.
Yeah, Verity also puts the hand on Rosa's like stop her inside, and then he says to Rosa,
It's okay. The dustman knows how to take care of this.
Oh, okay, Rose
Yes,
relents.
indeed. Then you hear the voice through the ghoul says, "So there will be no deals then?" I would have thought that the newcomers would be more curious.
Hey, I mean, I said okay, but
I didn't know
Verity
where
says,
from
No.
Rose. I don't want to let him go.
You are clueless. Do not make deals with entities that you do not know.
I agree.
and Verity says,
Julia
like,
I
says,
apologize,
"Well,
Mr. or Miss, but it has to be done.
Fira says, "Well, I like answers, but I'm with Verity on this one." Oshai nods, places his hands over the ghoul's face, and then goes slightly brighter and brighter as radiant energy flushes through it and incinerates it from within.
See, you're
Then he
scared of
steps-
me, and look at what she does.
And
Yeah,
then he steps up, motioning to the zombies as they start to clear the remains away.
See, what she did doesn't
Verity
explode in people's
nods.
faces.
yeah. What Mosha is a he or she? It's a
He. It's the
Yeah.
decrepit, like dusty
Yeah,
old
he's
man.
an old man. And then Verity nods and says,
Thank you very much, Sir Moshai.
well, and then Verity turns to you guys, all of you, and says,
It appears it is rather unsafe for you to be here.
Pleasure is mine. He nods and bows at Verity, and there seems to be something more genuine about it this time.
hmm,
And I did promise a small little incentive of some kind, so you can have this. Pockets and places something in your palm, Verity. Only you can see it.
okay. Oh,
Kai
what is
gone.
that?
Verity, it is a butterfly pin.
What?
Oh,
It
it's
is a
another
butterfly
gatekeep.
key.
pin. He tells you. These were selling around for cheap, and I was wondering if there might be some potential as a garbage disposal, but wait for the zombie I sent to test it with.
It was what?
It was in the throat.
Oh.
No, he says this
Something
pin,
else.
This is another
new
one.
pin.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I was trying to see if it might be some form of a budget waste disposal, but the
Ah.
zombie I sent to test it with was unable to open a portal with it.
Also, he knows it's a key.
Yeah.
So this pin, did you get it? Wait, what is it?
He
Did you
pulls
get it
out
from
the other
the
one.
the trinket seller? The hunchback trinket seller. Did you buy it from that merchant?
I don't particularly remember. There are many sellers here and then abouts.
I see.
So does it look identical then compared to the ones that we have? And then Hayes takes out the pin.
Definitely looks similar, but this one doesn't seem to have been used yet.
Mm. Verity looks at it and compares both. And then he looks at Moshe again.
Thank you very much. We'll make good use of this.
I'm certain you will. Anytime, officers.
And then Verity salutes. Then heads out. Okay.
Okay. Verity, this is what you know.
Yep.
The nearest holding area is the Harmonium First Hive Ward Garrison.
First Hive Ward Garrison.
That would be, give me a moment.
Is it very far
That would
from
be L41.
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 Oh, that's not
That's
super
fairly
far.
nearby.
It's
Yeah,
down the
let's head
street,
over.
actually.
If you wanted to go there.
Yeah, I
Yep.
mean, after this whole thing, right? Verity decides that it's not safe for the newcomers to just hang around while he investigates because people are kind of like watching them and stuff. So Verity has decided to bring you guys to
Can
get
I
sorted
can
out.
I just casually go to Verity and go Achtung and hold up the thing that I'm holding?
Yes.
And then Verity takes it.
I'll bring it and see what it really is, and we'll see what
Give
to do
it to
with this
Hayes.
one.
Give it to Hayes.
So Hayes can
He will
eat it.
look after it well.
No, Hayes.
No.
In his stomach.
They'll be
Peter.
protected in this one
It's-
stomach.
It's okay, Hayes. We'll see what this really is, and we'll see how it goes.
Anyway, okay. Verity turns to you guys and says,
All right. I think after this whole commotion, I think it's actually safer for you to be get sorted and in the garrison. I'll bring you there.
and then
Didn't you have an investigation you wanted to do?
Yes, but well, your safety is
Did
my
you not
first
see what the little lady did? Do you think that's someone who needs protection?
Yeah, Rose picks up as well. I
Verity.
think we have shown ourselves to be
I put
pretty
my arm
alright,
over
right?
Rose and I'm like, we're in a new place. I
What
think
about?
we have to, we're in a new place. I think some respect should be given to the proper authorities.
Verity looks at Rosa and he nods and say,
Yes, you do indeed have. You're very capable of protecting yourself, but this is Sigil, and there are all sorts of people around. The zombie.
Fira speaks up. Exploring, but now I'm really worried about the others. I don't know if there's any weirdos watching them also.
Yes, that's right. It's good to have you all in the garrison, and maybe they have found someone who is. You say there are 24 of you. Perhaps they have been found, and the Harmonium officers have gathered them.
Yeah.
I was hoping that we might be able to find them as we help out.
Well, Sigil is not a small place, so I think it's safer that you are in the garrison.
Okay, Rose will concede. But she doesn't really feel very good about going to the garrison. Feels like a prison. Oh no. It's like, oh no. Oh no.
and then okay, at this point Verity speaks into he tunes into the Sire's channel
Yeah.
and then he says,
Justice Sire, are you there?
Little busy. Oh, Verity. What have you found?
Yes, we found out more about the corpses and some butterfly planes, but there were some zombies who were watching the clueless. I think it's safer for them to be the garrison. I need to get them sorted out before we go investigate further.
Alright, do what you need to, officer. We've got our own hands full for the time being.
Did you meet any of those clueless from the ship?
Well, the ship itself, I won't say landed, but it stopped in the Guildhall ward. Called Nitman's Aerial Tours. Nitman's Aerial Tours, that's the okay, Nitman's Aerial Tours is G2 on the map.
okay, I mean I guess that's the place then.
Yeah, the pilot at least had some brains to land it in the proper hangar, but it's going to be parked there for a while. Confiscated the ship while they can, and they are trying to look out for the rest. The captain has been the commander has been detained for now.
Anyone else found, or is it just the commander so far?
Just the commander or captain gone down with the ship and all that sort of thing.
I see. Well, I'll be bringing these 4 to be processed. Maybe they could bring them to the same place as the commander.
All right, and can we talk somewhere a bit more quieter?
Oh, all right. Give me a second.
And Verity looks at you lot and says, your commander have been found, and that's good news, right? So we will get you to garrison, get you sorted, but give me a second while I communicate with my other officers. And he steps out.
Okay.
He's will keep folk.
Yep. I mean, you guys
Yeah.
can speak.
The next part is out of earshot of the others.
Mm-hmm.
Io speaks. Okay, Verity.
Yes.
So, your factal Sarin, right?
Yes.
Well, I'll say, Sarin this close to smiting anyone on the spot. We actually had to play the diplomat this time.
Oh, who is the commander? Why would
He called the
Factor-
commander a traitor to the faction.
to Harmonium faction?
I'm finding it myself, but if any of that is true, you'll have to tread a bit carefully, even with your own factal. Just consider this fair warning.
Ah. Do you know who this commander is? Do you get a name?
He goes by the name of Kavros for the time being. An alias if I ever heard one.
I see. So, Factor Sarin said he was a betrayer.
I didn't know your faction allowed fiends in.
Well, if they are lawful and they uphold the law,
And then Verity thinks for a bit.
Consider.
What? Oh, yeah.
yes, I'll note this down. Thank you for telling me, Sayo.
Right, let me know if you find any of the others. I think
Okay.
a lot of them seem to have scattered around the city.
Alright. After I've sorted out these 4, I'll look for the others, but the investigation has some progress. I found another of the identical pin that we found in the throat of the corpses.
Uh-huh.
I might have to check it out, the portal, where this butterfly pin leads to.
Right, keep me informed, officer, and in.
And what?
And don't be the first one in.
I have to because I'm using the portal key.
You know what I mean. See you around. Have a good night.
See ya, Justice Sayo.
And then over.
Over.
Okay, and then Verity goes back to you guys. Then he says,
So your commander's name is Kevros, it is? Is it? Is that true?
Was he found?
Yes.
He is detained.
Are we going to where he is detained?
After you have been sorted. Yes.
Is he alright?
So far, of course, we if he doesn't do anything drastic.
And what
He'll be
of the
fine.
rest?
Okay, Verity, from what you've heard from Sile, it's most likely that Kavros is being held in the prison now.
but well, Verity doesn't say that. Just say that he was found.
Oh,
Prison would be 26.
Yeah.
26 and some weird symbol, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Or why is it
Can-
a female symbol? I don't get it.
can Adam walk up?
It's a funny joke.
Can Adam walk up and be like, "Oh, can I touch the thing for a while?" And
What
then
thing?
the animal, and then instead of touching the animal, I'd like to touch like Verity's wrist.
What?
Okay, and as I touch his wrist, DM, can I do like an insight check to see if he's like a little shaken or anything?
Verity is in
He's
is in full
wearing
plate.
some, yeah.
I know he's wearing full metal plate, but I'm like, can I know since I'm in close proximity to him?
You know about what?
Why not just go with a good old-fashioned insight check on his voice to see if it's weird?
I just want to see if he's like a little shaken up a bit after he comes back to the group. Like, is he like, did like a bomb drop on him or something?
I wouldn't say this needs an insight. Verity is Verity shaken?
No.
No. So no.
What? What? Okay.
Why would he be
Why would he
shaken?
be
Why would he be
shaken?
shaken?
This is like a
We
job.
would be shaken if we know she has nothing to do with Kavra.
Yeah,
We
I
don't
mean,
know about
Verity just knows, alright, there's this Kavros betrayer. Yeah, okay, sure. Like, it's not like I know Kavros. I won't be shaken.
The guy just made fun of you for being like, oh, I didn't know you take fiends into your group. Like, what? You gotta take that shit? Okay, never mind. I retract. I
Let me
retract
just
my
tell
statement.
you again that
I
Verity
retract
is
my
rather
statement.
dense and he's rather naive. So, like, a lot of things are just like, yeah, I mean, of course, the faction takes in fiends if they are like lawful and they keep the order. It's not
Alright,
like a rare thing.
I retcon what I tried to do, and I just pet
No,
the
you
animal
don't.
and I step.
The thing goes,
Okay, shit.
and it jumps over to Adam.
Oh, can I cast prestidigitation on the animal and see if it reacts to it?
The hell? To do
What
what?
are you doing?
What are you
Making
doing?
it smell funny?
I'm trying to like clean him up.
Cleaning it? Okay.
Yeah. See if he reacts to it.
The creature, the cleaning doesn't seem to do very much. It seems pretty clean already, actually.
Is it slippery, slimy?
Huh.
Slightly rough but not exactly slimy or anything.
So more on the scaly. All right. Nope. Yep. I step away from Verity. Be like, okay.
So you don't do the touch thing, huh?
Oh, I can't retcon that. That's already done.
Oh, Verity looks at you with I mean you can't see his face, but you can see he's a bit confused, but he lets it go. And then Verity says,
Right. So follow me, and we'll get you sorted out.
These will once again in last place to make sure nothing happens to the lost folk or Verity.
and okay, Verity gives Hayes the other pin, and
Okay.
Who wanted
We will
this?
keep
Hayes.
it in a different place from where he is keeping the first pin.
Okay,
Because
who
he
has the
knows
active
they are
pin?
similar. Hayes
The
now.
Hayes have both.
I have both, yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Right, you all start walking out from the Hive District towards the first Harmonium Garrison.
Mhm.
This passes you from the Hive District officially now into the Lower Ward. And the Lower Ward itself is the Lower Ward is where the people of Sigil come to sweat and toil, at least those who have to work for a living. The clustered streets of this ward are jam-packed with warehouses, workshops, tanneries, forges, foundries, and laboratories. Everywhere a body turns, they'll spot someone or something working tail off from peak to peak. Of course, just as numerous are the drinking holes, the taverns, breweries, and ale pits to serve the drinks and food and keep it going. The ward also gets its name due to the heavy number of lower planes portals in this particular area. The building in the ward houses a portal into the lower half of the Great Wheel. And these portals add their own sulfurous fumes to the already rich atmosphere. It is well characterized by its smog, sickening vapors that can cripple or slow those who are typically more used to purer air. The locals are used to this. Foreigners may wish to be wary of wood smoke, meat smoke, alchemist fumes, coffin smoke, iron fumes, and cooking fires, and sulfur. When the fumes get particularly dangerous, the Harmonium Patrols have to set up cordons around areas. Verity, you navigate the place with relative ease, bringing them past warehouses and flop houses to the first Hive Ward garrison. A building that's partly a clock tower, no longer in use for that section at least, and the rest are holding cells, or at least rooms just for the night for processing purposes. The clerk at the ground floor gives you a nod and opens up a logbook. Officer Verity.
Yes. Wait. I just came back. All right. I see a clerk. Okay.
The clerk in the ward just looks up at you and opens a logbook. Officer Verity, what do we have today?
And Verity salutes and says, does Verity know this clerk?
Yes, this clerk, let's call her Jenny.
Clerk Jenny. All right.
Officer Jenny, I'm sure you've heard of the commotion, the ship crashing into Sigil. I found 4
You and half
the-
of Sigil by now, officer.
Hmm?
You and half of Sigil by now, officer. They
yes.
managed to hit the Hall of Records, the Temple of the Abyss, in the shop, and, well, they're parked in the hangar bay now.
I see. Well, I have found 4 of them from the ship, and I would like to have them registered.
Well, don't let the Fated get their hands on him. I think they're in the uproar at the moment.
Oh, the fated, huh?
Yeah, they're viewing it as a personal attack on your headquarters.
Oh no, that's not very good. Well, we'll get them registered first and see if we could find more of them and
This
ready
is
them
what
to
you know. The Hall of Records is the headquarters of the faction known as the Fated.
Mm-hmm.
Typically take care of the census department of Sigil, as well as the mint.
Mm-hmm. And they
well known for
take care of
keeping records of things.
tax and everything.
Not taxes so much as like census and like they like taking care of numbers.
Okay.
Okay. Of the Abyss in the Temple Ward stands in honor of all Abyssal Lords, and it's known to house a reliable portal to the Abyss itself.
All
it's
right.
tolerated because people can go there to get certain jobs done without question.
All right.
That they are not in an uproar at the moment makes you more uneasy.
The Abyss Temple?
Temple of the Abyss, they are not in an uproar.
Oh no. Temple of the Abyss, not in an uproar.
The Friendly Fiend is a magical item shop, a magical trinket and curio shop.
Mm-hmm.
Serious but disarmingly polite Yugoloth known as Akin.
You got off.
Cool.
Is it in uproar right now?
Not really. In fact, a report suggests that he's using the publicity to branch opening somewhere else.
Oh, okay. Clever guy. Akin the Yugoloth. So the Fated is not happy. The Abyss is strangely...
The Fated Hall of Records is C35.
Yep. I know the Fated, they are not happy, like super unhappy. The Abyss Temple
yes.
is strangely not saying anything. Friendly
The Temple
Fiend...
of the Abyss is a let me check. It's a symbol 50.
It's at... What 50?
The weird female symbol thing, but it's in the ladies' ward. Oh, okay, it stands for the ladies' ward. All right, got it.
Where is it? Okay.
Where is it?
I
The
I-
ladies' ward. Number 50.
number 50.
Oh, okay.
And then the last one is the friendly fiend magic shop, which is L1.
L1. I love this map.
L1 and Temple of the Abyss are fairly close to each other.
Yeah.
Alright. L1. Okay.
Yeah, Adam, it jumped over to you.
Yeah, it's now with you.
Oh, what?
It jumped to you.
Okay, I missed that part. Will note.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
I'd like to record Verity.
Did he ask what to record? Did she ask?
Like Verity, are you recording everything or are you excluding anything?
He records everything. No excluding anything.
Spend your lot again.
Right. The clerk Jenny happily notes everything down in little neat script, writing over. You notice Fira sort of like tiptoeing over the book as if trying to peek shoulder. Hey, this and Rosa. Actually, everyone has a passive perception above 15. Notice her trying to peek over.
Peek over where?
To look at the book.
She's trying to look into the book.
Oh.
I send her a message and I'm like, you know, if you really wanted to see, you could just ask.
She raises her brow and nods. What do you wish to do, Adam?
I go over to the clerk lady and I'm like, hi, my name is Adam Pyre. Shit.
What did she say?
The clerk shuts the book immediately. Excuse me, sir. Please stand
Yeah.
behind the line.
Oh no, hi, I was just introducing myself. Adam
Officer
Pyros.
Verity can do that perfectly fine.
Okay. I will step behind the line now.
I just shake
The
my
smile
head.
back on, it opens the book back and taking the login. Anyone going to try looking at the book or no?
Nah.
Rose will.
I will attempt to assist. Can I attempt to assist Fira? Is that something I can do?
What?
Kira gives you a look. She's shrugging her shoulders because you pretty much spoiled the opportunity for her.
Alright. Oops.
Rose, if you want to take a look, you now need to roll your stealth check.
Yeah, I'm wondering because she's short. Can she
Oh
even?
yeah,
Never mind.
it's
Rose
Can
pretty
I-
hard for you.
Yeah, Rose
I-
doesn't do
I-
it. She's like, oh, I can't see it.
What?
Table is tall, guys. The table is tall.
Am I standing next to Verity?
Well, Verity is slightly ahead of you, but now the clerk is a bit wary because someone tried to walk over to her.
Mm.
Why
Oh,
would you want
that's
to look at
better.
the book, guys? Why?
I don't know these
Just-
people so
It's
Because
a
careful.
not
log.
good.
It's
I'm-
a
I'm-
logbook.
I'm just trying to help my
Help what
homegirl.
by looking into the book?
She wants to look, so I will help her
Can
look.
she even read?
Yes.
Oh
That's
my
a
God.
good question.
Because she was having trouble.
Yeah,
with
she
the
can't
pamphlet.
read.
Which is why I'm there to help.
What?
Anyway, if no one else is trying anything else, we'll proceed to the next part.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep, yep.
Okay. The logbook is a summary. Everything is summarily recorded into the logbook, and Jenny closes it and puts it away, and nodding to Verity, indicating that there's still some some holding cells available.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So try to keep them away from the drunkards.
Huh.
Alright, I will.
So these
And then-
holding cells are, some of them are mainly for like minor misdemeanors, like maybe some pub brawling thing. They haul them here for the night, and then if there's no issue, they just let them go again.
Mm-hmm.
But the procedure, right? I want to ask, if we register a clueless,
Yeah.
if they are not like insane or something, what happens to them after that?
Typically, they're allowed to stay for the night to like collect themselves and all that, and the officers can take as much time as they want to give them a rundown of sigil. Meanwhile, the logbook people will compare notes across the various garrisons and see if there's any cause for concern.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next morning, they'll see whether they're good to go and all that.
So basically, if nothing really bad happens or of
Also,
concern,
the officers will come around maybe to give a little minor health check to see that no one's carrying anything contagious or such.
okay. I mean, that's fair, I guess. And then after that, they are free to go. They are free to wander around after that.
Things with guidance, because they usually want to make sure people have an idea where to go, or like otherwise take the nearest portal out, something like that.
Is there a like free near portal that people can just go into?
There are plenty of portals around, but like,
Public access
Big-
portals.
but again, if the group has not revealed which plane they are from, then the CG will just shrug and say, "Try your luck with a portal."
Okay. All right. So okay, Verity tells you guys.
So this is part of procedure. You can stay in the holding cells for one night, calm down and collect yourselves. And if nothing bad happens, then you're free to go tomorrow. I can guide you around after that.
That would be good. Are there any news about my other shipmates?
I will have to go and ask around and get some information because right now I've just reported, as you can see. I can get back to you tomorrow once I get more information about your ship crew.
I can try cast sending, but I don't know if this place is anti-magic.
Is the garrison anti-magic?
This is just
Wait.
the garrison, not the prison.
I mean,
Question.
But it's typically expected that prisoners will be told to be on good behavior or else.
okay.
Question. Why has Alara waited until now to cast sending?
Because
Interesting.
Overwhelmed.
she's
As
been
opposed to,
wondering
like-
what is going on here. Like, and they've been out in the open, so she doesn't want to just do it and then get told off.
Oh, okay.
It's a new place.
I would have
you
been
don't...
like, oh, landing, just Alara here, is everyone okay?
No, man.
Send it to someone.
It's like, where the
Like,
hell am I?
Alright, well, that was
And at
just-
least,
okay, go
you know,
ahead.
in the garrison, it's a safe place.
Yep.
She knows she won't get attacked by anyone else, so now she's going, is it okay if I cast sending?
So he asked that to Verity, right?
Yeah.
Verity says,
Yeah, if you can get in contact with your ship crew, which is, I think that's much better, and ask where they are.
I will do so.
Rose is gonna ask as well, since Alara's asking about magic. She's gonna ask, then is it fine if I try to locate a friend? I mean, I can't go there. I guess you need me here, but yes.
Locate
Would you
a friend
mind?
who is also part of the ship crew.
Huh?
Who is also part of the crew, is it?
Yes, I just want to see if a member of the crew is somewhere nearby.
Well, where do you want to go?
Come again?
Where do you want to go?
Oh no, I'm just going to see if I can sense them around.
I think you need an escort around.
I think she just wants to cast, like, detect person, locate
Yeah, like
person,
locate object actually.
locate creature.
I mean,
Yeah, look
that
at
means she doesn't have to be running around, right?
Yeah, she can
Yeah,
just
so
cast
it's like
it.
Verity is
if the person
asking,
is around.
does she need to go
Or
walk
do you
around?
need to leave? Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Unless
yeah,
she
that's
finds
fine.
it really nearby.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
I know it's very distraughting to lose your members, so try your best to keep in touch with each other.
Okay, what's Rosa doing?
Now Rose is going to try locate object. Can she do that for? I know she can do that with Sorrentina and Sarmia, but can she do that for Noel? Would
Okay, you
she-
need to decide what object you're looking for.
All right. Hang on. Shit, suddenly I forgot how she looks like. Oh no, I don't think she has any trinket in particular. Oh, she's going to look for Sorrentina. Sorrentina has hair, uh, her hair tie thingy.
And this is where I start wondering what are the dimensions of Sigil.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just want to know if she's somewhere nearby.
Oh shit, it's a ring, isn't it? Oh
Yep.
my god. 3D
Yeah,
geometry.
Oh my god, I
How
can
far
search
is the
for
range?
anyone. Wait, 1
Oh.
mile.
If you look
I
up at the map, there
Oh,
is
it-
an entire
what?
thing. The entire thing is 6.4 miles. 20 miles around.
feet. 1 mile. Oh my god, 1 mile is 5,280 feet. Okay, 1 mile is 5,280 feet. So
No, wait, it's 1,000
Holy
feet. Sorry,
crap.
it's 1,000 feet. I
yeah,
thought
but
1,000 feet
one
was
mile
a mile.
is 5,000 over feet.
Yeah,
So
and it's 1.5
1,000
miles.
feet. It's 1,000 feet only.
Yeah. Rose, you try focusing on Sorrentina's typical accessories, or rather the pendant she typically wears,
Mhm.
that within 1,000 feet of the first High Fort garrison.
You can write that down so you can check as we go along, I guess.
Does it ping anything?
No.
It's not within 1,000 feet of the High Fort garrison.
Oh, sad. Okay. Yep, that is all. She feels a bit sad.
Verity gives you a little pat.
Yeah, then we can find them tomorrow when I get more information.
All right.
What's Alara doing?
She's
And
gonna.
what's Adam doing?
Alara is gonna cast Sending, which is somewhere here. What is sending?
Spell index thingy.
Click on sending.
Use this thingy.
Oh, here it is. Okay, so I get to shoot it out to one creature, anywhere, but since it's
Me.
gonna be in the same place, can I send one to Ahe? Just simple. Where are you?
Okay. Where are you?
And then he can reply back immediately. It's
He
just,
don't know where he is.
Well,
Right.
He gonna be like, I don't know, man.
or at least he's alive and not in prison yet. So
Okay. You send a sending to Ahi before.
what do you mean?
Has Alara ever used a sending to Ahi before?
Probably, maybe, but this one it says short message. The creature hears the message in its mind, recognizes you as the sender as if
Because
it knows
I'm
you.
trying to think whether Ahi knows about the 25-word limit.
Oh, it doesn't matter if he's rambling on.
Okay. Huh? Alara! Alara, is that you? Oh, thank God you're alright. I'm up. And then,
Okay, so he's alive. It's done. I'm good. Can I check on? Okay, so that is one. Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure you've known how to. You have taught him how to use sending because military and
still-
stuff.
He's still.
You relay
The-
information with sending.
The thing is, we work at the same place. There's probably not been a reason to.
Well,
Well, he does sound healthy and fine. He doesn't sound like he's in pain.
Okay. That's good. Can I? Because I only have 2 spell slots for sending. So
Yep.
okay. Who's the second one?
Tia. And I say this. Well. Yeah, Tia would have had my messages since.
Yes, she's smart.
Yeah. Okay, so I say the same thing. Where are you?
Oh, shots fired.
Look, Tia's really smart.
Okay, I need to count these words. Okay, first thing she says is, same place as Ahi.
Love.
Okay.
Great gymnasium.
Ah.
Trying to blend.
Oh, so they haven't been caught.
Stavros detained. Trava's first priority locate.
So clever.
Will remain till further instructions.
Okay. Okay.
I think that's
Stra-
all for now.
Strava's first priority locate.
Yeah. I do not mention the covers and Strava's thing, but I will talk about Tia and Ahe when we exit with Verity tomorrow.
That's fine. Basically, like, you guys are ushered into the holding cells, I guess. What are you guys? What is Adam doing? What's Fira doing?
Kira is walking along with Adam, looking calm at the moment. Very calm, in fact.
Oh no.
She's up to shenanigans.
I wonder. I'm gonna send her a message or not. I'm just gonna send her a message, be like test, and then see if she
Test.
replies back.
Okay, the first thing I need to check is you're using the message cantrip, right?
Yep.
Okay, let's see. The message is okay, it is a verbal, somatic, and material component. You need to point at the finger at the creature within range and whisper a message. Quite obvious if anyone's looking out for this.
He's not coward at all.
All right. Then I will just, as I'm walking, as we're being escorted to the holding cells, I will see and look out for anything interesting that catches my eye.
You move past the holding cells, and then you see there are some other people in the cell. Some of them looking like drunks, some of them looking like street thugs. Well, the term in the hive is called bashers. Like people that make a living through that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Drags of people, society, and such. And
Okay.
Since there are quite a few pairs of eyes on her, and then whistles.
I see.
She turns
You
around
know-
at them.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Turns around to Adam. What does this mean? At the whistling.
Adam is
Oh.
not reacting to this, huh?
So
Adam not
I
angry.
look at her. I look at her up and down, and I'm like, I'm like, okay, you know how back at the tribe everybody's just yelling at me to mate with you. These wolf whistle.
Are you saying that out loud?
Why are you so awkward, bro?
Yes,
I
yes,
know.
I'm saying that out loud.
Okay.
Shut up, guys.
The people-
Adam's an awkward boy. Okay, shut up, guys.
Mammals.
So the cells shouted back at you, but without mincing words.
Wait,
Give us
what?
a show.
Okay, and then I after I say that to to Fira, I'm like, basically what these people are doing are just they're doing what the people at the tribe are doing, but instead of me to you, they're just doing it for you because they find you very attractive.
Sucks. Okay, so it's very much like home then.
Yeah. I don't see why we should feel out of place.
Zol.
Talks a little and continues.
Oh, by the way, I have a scarf that goes up to my chin. Can I put the creature inside that scarf, like on the inside, so he's like around my neck?
Okay, you have the creature with you.
Yeah.
It seems to be getting quite frightened at all the noise around. Seems to burrow in.
Okay. I'm putting him inside the scarf, and then I want to see if it reacts to me like heating up my body. Can I do that? Can I like increase my body temperature to be warm?
Burning hands.
No.
What?
Like, I want to
do this.
You know how
Balasa
I'm okay. You know how I'm engulfed in flames when I transform into the destroyer.
Balasa would be able to do this. You wouldn't.
Okay, all right, fair. Fair.
Like,
Is fair.
well, at least you wouldn't be able to do it without some very dramatic thing and possibly causing damage and that.
All right. Okay. Fair. Then I will just put him in the scarf to keep him like, keep him. Visual.
You know that Verity will not let you keep the pet, right?
Does Verity see me put it
You
in
want
the
to say
scarf?
something?
Yes.
You should
Verity is
probably
like,
say it now.
yeah, Verity sees you doing that. It's like,
Oh, I'm sorry, but I have to take this little critter here to see what it
I
really
put up a
is.
finger. I put up a finger, and I'm like, "Hey, buddy, do you want to go with the big metal man?"
It burrows in further.
See, it doesn't really want to go with you, so
No, I mean you
I'm
have to.
sorry. I don't think.
Can I
it's
just
it's
turn
an
around?
option.
But you have to know
And
that
take
creatures
it.
are dangerous. Might just
you
eat
gonna-
your life.
Are you gonna reach inside my clothing to take it? What?
Yeah.
Manhandle
why?
him.
do
Because
it.
you're in a new place. Stop starting shit.
Not starting. He
Fira,
doesn't
let's
want to
look
leave.
at Verity. Anything like this? What makes you think it's dangerous?
What makes you think it's not?
It's a fish thing, right?
We don't know what it
It's
is.
dangerous.
Yes, we don't not know, but we do not want to take the risk, especially when you're new here, and this is a questionable creature of questionable nature. I do not want any of you to suddenly wake up losing a head or a body.
Well, how about I take that risk, and if I die, then I'm out of your hair, okay?
No, I won't want you to die.
And then he comes and I give you a hand and it's like, yeah, give it here, kind of posture.
I stop writing too.
I look into my scarf again. All right, buddy, you gotta come. You gotta come out now. They don't want me to have you, so you gotta go with the big metal man.
It stays where it is.
I look up at Verity. I look like I don't think I've come off as a bad person. I don't think. I also don't think this thing is gonna cause me any harm. I also think I'm pretty capable of looking after it and myself. How about you give me and the thing a night? I'll give it to you tomorrow. Does that sound okay?
That's the spirit, boy.
Who says that?
Some
Someone
random
from the
guy.
town.
It's like,
I apologize, but that can't do, and you do not have anything that could fit it tonight.
I take out some rations and I and I put it inside my scarf as like a show of food, and I'm like, I think I'm pretty good at feeding it and myself tonight.
Verity still
He
holds out
begins
his hand.
munching.
Oh shit! It's really munching on the food.
He ate your rations.
Like it sort of holds it with his two frontal little paw things and starts nibbling away.
Look, Adam, I understand that this small thing might look like it's not dangerous, but it might be. For all of us being here, we can let it go for a while, and if you want, we could probably ask Verity to bring it back tomorrow. How about that?
I mean, I'm giving it to him. I've been telling the guy to get out, and he doesn't want to. You're asking the wrong person here.
Well, let's put it this way. There's a lot of noise outside. You put it in a quiet, nice little hole. Do you think it wants to go out?
Okay, how's this? And I take him out of my scarf. Does the thing like try to wriggle out of my hand as I take him out of my scarf?
It's still holding on and munching to the thing, so it lets you take it out. It's happily munching away.
All right, okay. I put it in Verity's hand, and then I kneel down so that I'm looking at it while it's in Verity's hand, and then I put out my hand next to Verity's hand, and I see what it
Its
does.
tongue comes out and licks your hand.
Okay. All right. But you're okay staying there. You're okay staying with the big metal guy, right? All right. Okay. I'm good.
Said Verity.
What?
Could you promise you won't give it to the
The
Ace?
haze?
Oh, because
No.
Hayes wants to eat it.
Well, Hayes didn't say he wants to eat it. Hayes
He
just
makes
but
food eyes.
You'd rather say he looks hungry.
Oh no, Hayes does the cook, and well, he has his own food.
He looks
If I
hungry. I'm
identify-
just saying.
Yeah, after we identify that this creature.
It's all right. Fira's the one talking to Verity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I put my hand on Fira's shoulder. It's all right, Fira. If that thing dies by the time we wake up tomorrow, then we know what kind of people we're dealing with anyway. And I walk. I just like tell her to calm down.
And then Verity nods
Fira
and
sits
say,
down.
I will let you know and what this creature is when I find out what it is.
and then Verity like just takes the creature, and you guys go into your holding cells.
Okie dokie.
Bye bye, Mew or whatever. I haven't
He
named you
starts
yet.
wriggling a
Wow.
bit, like sort of like making swimming motions towards Adam as Verity is bringing it away.
Bye.
I
I'll
still
see
don't
you
trust it.
tomorrow.
Okay. The four of you are left in the cells as Verity and presumably Hayes leave.
Yeah.
Hayes has been quiet this whole while.
Wait, one each cell or how?
Each of you, well, let's see,
Are we all
separate cell, but Rose is opposite Alara and Adam is opposite Tafira.
okay?
Wait, so is Rose next to Alara or next to Adam?
In front.
Opposite.
The two of us are opposite pairs.
So who's
Okay.
next to each other?
Next
Yeah.
to Adam,
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay, wait. Who's next to Adam? I didn't catch that.
Rose.
Okay.
So Alara would be next to Fira.
Yeah.
So Rose can see Alara. Rose can see Fira as well.
Yeah.
Alara has sort of taken off her scrubs and is sort of on the bed, I guess.
I proclaim loudly towards Fira. I'm like, hey Fira, do you want to get out or you want to give it another night?
What are you guys planning
Adam?
to do?
He looks at you. Adam,
Uh-huh. I I I I
Adam,
I look at her. Uh-huh.
sighs and flops back onto the bunk.
All right. Okay. I guess we're sleeping for the night. No, I was just asking cuz like, you know, um I didn't know what you wanted to
Raises her
do.
fingers to indicate the number of people that are listening on this conversation. There are about 9.
Okay. All right. Um forgot
Rose,
about that.
Rose will speak out and say, Adam, can you please not say such dumb things? Or actually, please don't try such dumb things.
No,
Just one night, Adam. One
look,
night.
no, look, it's like I just wanted to ask what's, comfortable for her in this current situation.
Adam, I was pretty sure that I'm going to have to pay attention to Fira, but Alara, can you please have a look at? I mean, like, keep your eye on Adam. I can't see him from here.
I can fix that.
Wait, is there water where is there water in the cell?
Okay, they've given you a wash base. They've given you a little tub with some water in it that's clean, and a small towel, and then a standard issue bunk bed
Mm-hmm.
with a flat mattress. So it's like just a bit of water for you to clean yourself up, and a little toilet in the corner. That's about it.
Okay, so
Alright.
I'm just gonna make tiny fish and play with it
Okay.
while waiting.
Is the can I ask Mr. DM, is the wall made of what's it called? Is it made of any material that resembles
okay.
earth of any
Okay, I
kind?
should
No.
mention this. The building is stone, but as you are walking through Sigil, this is a common thing you've seen.
Okay.
Something in Sigil called razor vine.
What?
It's it has to do with the Lady of Pain, but there are vines that grow around the city like kudzu, but they are razor sharp and like metal consistency.
Ooh.
So quite a lot of times every day the dabus, which are the ladies' handmaidens, set about repairing the city or removing this razor vine. But some of the sigil residents have been known to cultivate the razor vine so that it grows up as a security protection. So
So
for
it's
this
like-
hive garrison, let it grow on the outside of the walls so that people don't have any thoughts about climbing or scaling and such.
Oh no, I just wanted to see if the walls
It's
in
like
between.
organic barbed wire, but the walls themselves are stone.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to see if the wall was somehow made of dirt, then I'd like make a hole so that, because Rose was like, but I can't see you, so I wanted to see if I could make a hole. But it's
Idiota.
okay, it's stone. I can't do anything to stone.
Yeah, she probably hears him trying to scrape at the wall, and she's like, "What are you doing now, Adam?"
He means the cantrip, not a spoon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. All this is happening and Alara's just like, nope, not listening, play with my fish, don't care.
Alara, help!
You can see her
Alara
sort
is
of
so cute.
animating ice fish, like just
Aw, so
one
cute.
ice fish, because she's like, I am done with you guys. You guys are ridiculous.
Ella is just like trying not to shoot down anyone.
It's like, oh.
These
my-
people.
Rades talked to Rose after a while. Did you find anything about your fellows?
No, I couldn't sense them anywhere. Alara, what about you? Did you find anything?
I
Then
feel
she immediately, well, never mind.
I feel let you all know when we leave this place tomorrow. I feel like we would have to need Verity's help.
Oh, that sounds hopeful.
Well, try and get some rest.
All right then.
Me and Fira will help you guys look. No worries.
Well, I hope we can get some more information about Kavras tomorrow at least.
I agree.
Kira sits down and Adam, you see her going into a kind of a trance.
I smile to myself and I just go to sleep.
Perception checks.
Everybody?
Yeah.
Is it with disadvantage because I'm asleep?
I'm not asleep yet, but it's it's okay. It's 24.
No.
Holy cow. It's gonna be that kind of night for me today.
Oh no!
Okay. Rose, you hear like something poke through and
Oh no.
then you hear making strange noises back with.
What is that?
Making noises eventually subsides.
Oh. So what does a
Uh,
24? Do I see where the squeaking is
yeah.
coming from? Can I go
Okay,
check?
Alara, you don't see what Fira's doing.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, because
Okay,
she's next door.
Rose. Okay, Rose, because you're that class, messenger.
Come again?
Rose, you know she's casting animal messenger.
Animal messenger. Okay. She's going to get closer to the gate and try to see what Fira is doing.
She uses
Thanks.
animal messenger to convey some kind of a message to a little rat that vanishes back out of sight afterwards.
Okay, she's going to quietly whisper, Ilenia, and see if she can hear.
Still awake?
Yeah, I kind of heard something. What were you doing?
Oh, nothing. Have a good night. I'm going to sleep. Bye.
Okay, just don't do anything rash, alright? Just one night.
And there's a sign at the top that says Alara will remember this.
Goes. I'm supposed to be the rash one.
What? Come again?
I'm supposed to be the rash one. I'm not sure after today.
Well, no, I guess we got off on a bad start. And then he glances at Adam, Adam's
You
side. I
can't
mean the
glance
wall.
at Adam.
Yeah, he glances at the wall. She glances at the wall next to her where Adam is, and she's just like, I guess, yeah. I'm sorry that I thought so bad. I'm sorry I thought like bad about you.
Don't be. New places. Got to ask the right stuff.
All
Is there
right.
anything you really wanted to ask?
Well, I know I want to know a lot of things, but I don't. I think you would be the same as me. You wouldn't be able to answer them.
Try me.
Oh. Well, what do you think of the trinket lady?
Vera thinks a bit on this. I think she knows more than she's letting on.
Yeah. Do you think she would know about the animal as well? She seems to be someone who's deep in the trade, well, regardless of whatever the trade is.
Trades more with shiny stuff. I don't know about. She'll know about the animal, but maybe she knows people.
Yes. Oh, maybe we could try to get Verity to go and see her again.
Anything else?
No.
Good night.
Yes, I hope whatever you're doing is good. All right. Good night, Vera. Good night, Elenia.
Not soft.
Yeah, Rose goes back.
That was the perfect opportunity for you to ask what. Why does Adam call you Fira? What? What?
What?
Huh?
She probably doesn't even pay
Priorities.
attention. She probably doesn't even pay attention to that. I said Fira because introduced her as Fira. Firaga.
He and Hayes
Oh.
too.
Oh.
How?
Where
I
are we
mean, what's the
going
time
next?
now in
Okay.
this?
It's turned dark, so I'll say it's around 8.
Well, we have time to go to them to identify this creature, right? This creature in my hand. Is it wiggling a lot?
It seems to have slowed down now that it has consumed the ration.
Ah. Well, is it like, does it not like Verity because Verity is just like a metal man?
You're not sure. You do not have any empathy with animals.
Who?
You don't have any empathy with animals, so you're not sure.
Okay. Verity will just like remove his gauntlet and like pets it a little bit. And then Verity says,
Where do you come from? Have to get.
and then like brings the creature to the nearest market? Is there like
Okay,
market?
you're standing in Rag Picker Square at the moment. Rag Picker Square is let me see.
It's in Lower Ward.
Yeah, you're in the lower ward at the moment.
So other than the Great Bazaar, right? Is there anyone that I know who knows about this kind of creature things?
Okay, taking a look around the map, anywhere that there's the let's see.
Or like some sort of
Okay, you're on
library?
the lower ward right now. There could be there's the Armorer's Row, which is a small merchant district nestled. Oh wait, no, that's the ladies' ward. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah. Could it be a new market? What does the new market sells?
New mark.
It's in a central district.
Let's see. The new market is in the
Bellows Street. It's L47.
new market. Let's see. This is in the lower ward. Give me a
Yeah.
moment.
It's near where, I mean, it's in the district that we are in right now.
Okay, give me a moment. Let's see. The
The only reason why Verity doesn't want to leave it with Adam is because he detects that it's all of those things that he's trying to
Okay.
detect.
So I would say that market is part of Armorer's Row, which is the first impressions this place gives is that it's there are shops advertising the sale and distributions of weapons, armor, and other items that adventurers typically would use, weapons and such.
So not much about creatures and stuff.
Well, Iron Avenue and Bellows Street, like even if the wares aren't particularly relevant, maybe you could ask a bit. There's also some taverns around this area if you were to look around. The Green Mill Tavern. You could try taverns for information.
Yeah, okay.
Places for merchants, or you could try guild halls, your choice.
Could go for Guild Halls, I think.
Okay, pick a place and let me know.
In the Guild Hall ward?
Well, close to where you are now.
Okay. I'll just go Green Mill, I guess. To ask for information.
Okay. The Green Mill. The Green Mill is an elven tavern sitting at the heart of Farholme, and it's considered the primary marker of the district. One sells all kinds of elven delicacies, specializing in pastries and breads. There are bards singing elven songs around to ward off the pervasive stench of the smog outside, and the rich of the ward come here to listen to the music.
So it's like some sort of posh tavern.
Githyanki and tieflings are not allowed on the premise.
Okay. Well,
What
we are
is-
none of those.
Yeah.
You know
Primes
what's
frequent the
Githyanki's,
place.
right? They are
Gith.
like Gith.
No, Gith could be Githzerai as well, so just both of them in general.
Okay.
American gifts.
It's what?
Anyway. Okay. Verity goes in and he he goes in and then how does
do
it look inside?
Introduce yourself as you go in.
Oh, is there anyone like at the door? Or can you just like go in and find a
you
seat?
step towards the door.
Yeah.
Elf opens it in a uniform of fitting greens and stripes.
Okay.
He takes a steep bow in the elven fashion at your presence. Then, seeing your harmonium wear and everything immediately stiffens, and you sense the music stopping inside.
Verity, like
Jazz music stops.
police is here, guys. No. Okay. Verity says,
Oh no, I'm just here to ask about get some information, not official business.
and then Verity takes off his helmet, and
Verity's
Verity,
like,
you
I
take
have
off
strange animal.
Take off your helmet, and immediately the atmosphere changes when they see your features. A smile lights up on the receiver,
yep.
and he greets you in Elvish. This way in, sir.
Verity says, "Thank you."
Music.
Is Hayes allowed to just follow?
1 hour of elf music.
Why not?
I will listen to this as the events unfold.
Well, as you look from you to Hayes, and in the Elvish fashion, raises a slight tilt of his head as a question. Are
Verity
you
says,
going to bring Hayes in?
"Yes." And Verity says, "Yeah, he's an important companion. He comes with me."
Right, the elf adjusts his tunic and gives a similar bow to Hayes, opening the way in. Doorway opens into a very natural-seeming establishment, completely out of sync with the lower ward itself. Taken every pains possible to use natural materials, natural wood. In fact, the central piece itself is the great trunk of a tree that has been induced to grow outwards and form the pillars and scaffolding.
That's pretty.
There's music, there's flowers, there's even earth in the middle where you can see a warrior or two treading around carefully as the music is picked back up again, and the language of Elvish is everywhere, and including the less commonly used Sylvan language. No one is using Common here.
Right.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes, I can.
Now I
Oh,
can.
My screen died.
Your screen died. Are you back now? Oh, he's gone.
Don't worry, there's no fighting going on.
Roll initiative.
Right,
yeah.
so you head in and you're brought to a table. Notice that one side of the table is a chair fitting yourself, and the other side is chair because typically warriors and such do not need chairs to sit on, but it should be about the
Okay.
correct height for Hayes to stand.
So, is there any place for Hayes to sit?
Well, use when you mention the sitting parts and well, they bring out a trowel of some kind that Hayes can manage to fit on.
And then Verity
A bit of
says, "Thank
awkward
you,
chair.
thank you," in a very elegant way, as he should. And then, okay, the creature. Okay, creature. We are here for the creature. So, how does the creature react to this atmosphere?
Okay, Verity, make a grapple check.
Oh gosh. Athletics, right?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes, correct.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't hear it.
Oh,
20.
nice.
Okay, it's a quite feeble, but when it hears the elven music and the in the background and the soft resonance of the harps and strings, it stirs up and starts trying to escape your embrace. You hold on to it and it goes,
And then Verity asks, what's attracting you?
its snout is pointed in the direction of the harmonics.
Oh, and then Verity just heads towards the player, the performer that's playing the music.
There's a cordon off no one interferes with the performances. There's a
Mhm.
group of elves playing there and a few half elves as well.
Mhm.
Gentle melody going on. There's a small place for people to sit in front to enjoy the music.
Okay. Verity will sit there because that's the nearest he can go
Yeah.
towards the music. Does the creature settle down?
Settles down, but you notice its head starts swaying side to side in rhythm.
Ah, so cute. Verity gives it a nice little pat, and he is there anyone to take order, or he goes to the bar to take
Well,
to
the
get
elves do approach you for orders after a fashion, but they take their time at it being what they are after all.
Mm-hmm.
You
Well,
can see
Verity
some
was
elves to the side are slowly trimming leaves and such and watering the plants. Very
Okay.
slowly.
They are the chillest of the people. Anyway, Verity will
Right.
sit for a bit, and then
Okay.
is there a bar where the tavern keeper is?
I'll say they bring you a little elven meal after a fashion.
Yeah.
It will cost 1 silver
How much
piece.
is that? 2
1
silver.
silver piece.
1 silver. Okay, got it. And
They look a
then
bit unsure of what they should bring Hayes, and there's some discussion at the back with the cooks.
wait. Oh no, Ben is off.
They ask if there's anything you would like in particular or how they can help you.
Verity looks at the creature and then says, I would like to ask about information regarding this creature. If anyone knows much about animals and creatures of other planes.
Yeah. The elves nod, and many of them nominate them well-traveled, well-acquainted with animals and all.
Mm-hmm. Verity ask them to have a look and examine if they want to, but do not frighten the creature.
Right. So this is what some of the elves, after consensus, call the creature.
Oh,
I don't really know how to pronounce it.
Axolotl.
Yeah. This is what they think it is, and they say it's an amphibian of some kind, and it's known to arise from lakes.
Oh. From
You
what
mentioned
plane?
it's. Mhm.
From what plane?
This has some of the elves in confusion, as some state that such a harmonious-looking creature that's happily waddling around minding its own business, they do not believe it will have survived very well in the wilds like this. So maybe they suggest possibly the plane of Arborea.
Plane of Arborea. Okay.
Arborea is a possibility. Others suggest the elemental planes of water.
Mm-hmm. So it is a harmonious creature, like tame and everything.
Not so much harmonious, but like they're saying it looks quite helpless, but it's still moving around, all that. So like the world came from would have to be relatively safe.
I see. So is there anything particular about this creature that we should like know?
This one they think about it. They ask, where did you get this?
And then Verity says, I got it from a person, the Chaos Man, who put it into my friend's arms. So I'm quite concerned. Like, where does this creature come from, and how would it survive?
Oh, okay. Now that I look at the map now, there's also a suggestion that Elysium could be another possibility.
Where is that Elysium? Oh yeah, okay. The plane Elysium.
Yeah.
So basically the lawful or the good planes, right?
Yeah. Like again, like Hayes knows if you put it into Umbra, it'll like 3, 2, 1.
What?
It will
Like
die.
again, like Hayes knows if it was in his natural plane, like he'll count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's it.
Oh no.
Mhm.
So
So
what they look a
asks
bit concerned when you mention the Chaos Man. Did they hurt it? What do they do with such things?
I'm not sure. I only know that they handed it to my friend and say something about downtown priest and like dig it. And Verity looks a bit confused about
The elves
himself as
all
well.
wince at this obvious dissonance of language that clashes horribly.
Yes. And then Verity is like, yes, it is indeed very strange. I do need to know how to take care of this and if we should return it back to its plane. I don't think Siju is the right place for it.
Well, they do suggest offering a bit of water from time to time,
Mm-hmm.
and insects and worms and small fish can be fed to it.
Mm-hmm. And then Verity notes that down in his like little book. Fish. More fish. Alright.
And then but as the elves are discussing, one of the warriors comes over. Reminded a bit of Mirko.
But it's not Mirko.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
And here he speaks up. Wait, I've traveled a bit further. It looks a bit different.
How what do you mean, sir? Okay,
I'm
I have
thinking
a
this might be
question.
something called. Yes?
I do sense that it is a combination of a celestial, fiend, and undead. Is that something that's what it's supposed to be? This creature?
The elves sort of look at each other and the warrior shakes his head, but seemingly more interested now. No, I'm quite certain this is a normal animal, but if that's what you say, so it can't be all of those that clashes.
But that is what I sense from. Yes.
Well,
It
if
is-
it's. Well, maybe if it's less of an animal, maybe it's more magical.
You were saying you've seen this before, but it's
Well,
different.
I thought I've seen some things like this before. We call them mud puppies instead.
Mud puppies. Where do you see them?
Oh, they're quite common in the prime material plane, actually.
Oh, I see. they do have very strange creatures there. And then,
Indeed, sometimes they're stranger than we think, but even Sigil itself is technically on the prime material plane, as far-fetched as that might be.
interesting idea. And then, right, he notes that down. And then, yeah, well, regarding its,
Insects still work, though.
I see. Well, it is a strange thing. I did sense that it's all of celestial fiend and undead. Could it be some experiments or
Experiment? Well, I highly doubt many of the alchemists would admit to creating something strange. You could try the magic shops. It's called the Friendly Fiend, where they usually say, "Oh, and one of the elves is tapping him on the side. What? Ship hit the building?
yes. It is sort of destroyed at the moment, but I guess I could find the owner of the place.
Well, there's sigil. You can always find information around depending on where you could think to ask. Even the temples might be worth a ask, or it notes your harmonium
Temples.
faction. Yeah. Even the temples may be worth asking, or some of the faction headquarters. The governors are most likely to know, but you might have to be prepared for a wait.
Yes, I do understand. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. Is there anything else you could tell me about this creature? Like, does it have any tendencies for anything?
Well, it seems to appreciate good music. Their
Yes,
hearing
indeed.
isn't the best from what I know.
But it
But
is
maybe it has to do
intelligent.
with subharmonics and the resonance.
It could be. And then what is that creature? It's just
It
like
seems to
listening
have
to me.
fallen asleep.
Ah, so cute. All right.
Even sleeping, it still sort of occasionally moves in rhythm to the music, but very slowly.
I see. Thank you very much, everyone. I really appreciate your help.
Where do you
And
wish to go now with Haze?
what's the time right now in game?
It's about 10 now.
By the time I return
Much
back
time
to
was flying while speaking to the elves.
yeah, I assume they take their time to explain everything.
Oh yes, very calmly.
Yeah. Okay. Verity stands up and he thanks the elves. Put back his helmet on.
Yeah.
And I mean, he has to carry the creature. Like he carries it very like slowly, carefully, so that it doesn't get jolted awake.
As you leave, the elven receiver comes to you and takes your hand, putting a piece of paper into it. Thank you for your visitation. Come back anytime.
And Verity says, "I will. Thank you very much for the hospitality. It was really good." And then what is that paper?
Verity, it is. Well, there's about 3 different addresses there and names.
Oh, what is that?
And
Verity is secretly an assassin.
Dun dun dun.
and then some elvish writings there suggesting that you could come visit.
3 places and then Elvish place. Oh, okay. Is it their establishment?
Suggest they would be quite happy to see you again.
Oh, so it's
The different
okay.
locale.
All different locales. All right. That's nice. So, do I take this piece of paper to go to the places, or they're just showing me these places I can go?
Verity, would you like to ask someone else for an expert opinion? What do you or what they think it means?
Yeah, I mean he looks at the place and like, what are those places?
They seem like two of the addresses are in the ladies' ward, and one is in the clerk's ward. So, fairly upmarket areas at least.
And then Verity asks, "Hey, do you know about these places?"
What does Hayes know about these places?
You know that they're slightly upmarket place. Well, the ladies' ward is the most upmarket place, and the clerk's ward is not far after.
Are these like taverns as well?
Or are they residential addresses?
Residential.
Uh,
Well,
Does Hayes know how to explain this?
Is
You
he
put the lime in the
would,
coconut.
would
Is
I
he
would
being
I would I
pimped?
know what it means based on just the address and the names?
You
Is there
decide.
context?
Well, there's a names. There are names that say "Do come visit," that sort of thing.
And
Very
are these
genteel.
names from the people that we were just speaking to, or
Well, Verity never asked their names there.
okay.
so they're just 3 residential addresses.
And 3 names attached to them.
Okay, what are the names?
They are very elvish sounding, all 3 of them.
Okay. And then like Verity asks Hayes, do you think these are like study groups or something?
This one believes that they wish to see you again.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm quite happy that I made good impression then. Yep. And Verity pockets the address, and yeah, he doesn't know what to make of it, but okay. And then is the creature sleeping right now?
Yes, it's sleeping.
All right. Since it's kind of late, I don't think the market is open anymore, right? The Great Bazaar, or like
No, not at the moment.
I think everything is
Wait,
kind of like closing,
actually,
or the
The
temples.
city
wait,
never
it
sleeps.
would still be open, the Great Bazaar, because there are some clientele that are not. They are nocturnal clientele.
But it's quite a long walk, right, from here
Yeah.
to the market. Nah, I don't think we can make it in time, and then it'll be too late for.
Well, there's carriages and that sort of thing, but it's your choice. To sleep.
Flashbacks, 5 silver pieces.
That's a lot. Okay. Verity has decided that since none of them says it's dangerous or would eat someone's head off, he will bring the creature back with him to Harmonium. But
Well,
I
like
mean,
at least none of them seem very worried about it.
yeah.
Quite a lot of them were happy to pet it.
So yeah, he's going to think that it's okay, and then bring it back to the city barracks, and maybe tomorrow he'll give it to Adam, and then they can go to temples together to check it out. But there's an investigation, so okay, he's just gonna
Is this
give it.
related to the missing peoples?
We are not sure. It's a very strange creature. Um, it might be related or it might be not, but he has decided that it's not dangerous for now. Give it to Adam tomorrow. He can go do whatever he wants in the temple, and then Verity will go do his investigation. That's his plan now.
Does Verity wish for Hayes to hold on to it, since Verity has trouble not falling over when he's walking?
What falling over? Why you?
Don't.
Verity is not drunk.
You may walk into things because low perception score.
Verity looks at you and says, "No, Hayes, this is not a non-sentient creature."
He wasn't gonna eat it. He was just asking whether you want him to help you hold it while you walk.
Oh, well, Verity is it's alright. We'll just I'll take care of it for now, and we'll give it to Adam tomorrow.
Very well.
Is there anything else before we close for the night?
No.
No.
I think we're good. Head
I
back to
think we're fine.
Harmonium Wards.
Back to City Barracks
Um,
and
Did you want to ask the mortuary about that other corpse with no eyes?
yeah, I think Hayes
Well,
told Verity about
one
it,
thing
right?
though, Verity, you're always welcome to bunk at the garrison as well.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
There's a
sleepover.
reason they have garrisons scattered around Sigil, because not all officers can walk all the way to the barracks every time.
Oh, that's good. Then you just like, where's the nearest one? It's back in the first garrison, right? Is it? Okay then. Verity will just go back to the first garrison.
Okay, and I think we can close here for the night.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. We'll
Oh,
see
oh no,
you.
it feels like we end so early. No.
First time, right? We will see you next week.
Wow!
And Adam will get his pet back, and I
pet.
will be able to
Yeah.
talk to it. Yay.
Yep.
Okay,
You can have your
bye.
pet
Thank
back.
you.
Goodbye.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.